Hello and welcome to another update video on Solana. So for the last couple of days, Solana has basically just moved sideways, at least started late Thursday, this sideways action. It was quite likely that Solana would put in at least a local top in this region. We've been tracking this closely here on YouTube. My posts on X are also about Solana here a couple of days ago. The idea was that people are getting too bullish, right? A pullback is therefore due. That was late Thursday. So that was exactly here the top. And since then, the price has just been moving sideways. Someone posted no signs of exhaustion, but there was actually already a sign of exhaustion because the price got rejected from the 123.6 extension level. And the signs of exhaustion were actually that people were getting very, very bullish. And then yesterday I posted, we formed that local top right. And so we are watching this support area closely, which hasn't changed in the last couple of days. So between $219.75 and $227, by the way. Feel free to follow us here as well on X if you're interested in further updates. You can also win a month of our gold membership here, but we only take entries here until Sunday. So check it out if you're interested. I'll post a link to our X channel in the description. And so, yeah, on the live chart, back on the live chart, we are working on this sideways consolidation correction here. It is a pullback. The price already tested the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement yesterday midday, $227. We had a move up from there, but it wasn't really a breakout. It was, you could say, a fake out rather. So it is part of the same correction consolidation. So, we continue to be above support and below, you could say, the next Fibonacci resistance levels, which are at $235, 238, and 245, especially the area around 238, $239, rather 239 actually, can provide some fairly strong resistance because this is the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement of the decline that happened from the September high. That means this is a retracement area, and these are the standard resistances for a B-wave rally. So we have this 5-wave decline in an A wave. And after that, we expected a B wave bounce into this area. So we're basically in this area now. But we haven't seen any strong rejection. Now you might say, okay, but there is a rejection. Yeah, but it's more like a sideways consolidation, right? There is no strong selling pressure right now. And I think even if we see a little further downside from here, which is likely, it would not necessarily confirm a substantial top. So in other words, I'm not convinced that this B wave rally that we were watching for is actually over. Or rather, it might just extend higher in the orange scenario. So for me, the labels don't matter so much. What is important is, have we actually broken support? Because down here, there was a turning point, right? We were watching for a bounce. The 4-hour was oversold. I think the 12-hour chart was oversold as well. So it became quite likely that we would get a bounce. So we did get that bounce, a meaningful bounce, actually. I mean, the market moved up 24%. So it's quite good. That's, by the way, normally what we see, very often what we see if the 4-hour chart is indeed oversold, right? We talked about those numbers. And we are in this resistance area. But then when we reach these pivots, like the area here around the 61.8 retracement at $227 and 78.6 retracement at $239, we have to watch how the market reacts. Do we see any strong movements to the downside? Are there any strong pullbacks? Anything like that? And so at the moment, all I see here is sideways consolidation. And we're holding the $219.75 level, which is support for the wave 4. So that means, as I said, labels are one thing, but really what is important is to understand there was a turning point here. We had a bounce. And so this bounce is still unfolding. There's no sign that it's over because we haven't got any break of support. So as long as we hold $219.75, I'm going to watch for higher prices. That could just mean one more high or two more highs, but either way, we're going to adjust support along the way. This support zone keeps us safe. a break below is the first warning that things are starting to break, you know. That it's like a pivot. It helps us to understand, is sentiment, let's say, still bullish, or are we breaking? But even if we break, and if it comes down again, this would rather be an extension of the B wave that likely bottomed in September around the 26th. And as I said to you before, the orange count can send us to new highs. But even in the white count, we could just be in a little bit more of a larger correction, hit lower support again, and then recover. So both of these scenarios are actually pointing to higher prices. I would only change my view if we break below 173. Yeah, that's the update on Solana. Hope you enjoyed the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And also, if you're interested in additional updates, and if you want to join our member live stream tomorrow, then check out our membership options. You can find a video that explains the member benefits here on our channel page. As a member, for example, if you join MCO, become MCO member, you get access to member-only videos. Today, I uploaded Sui. Yesterday, BNB, then Say. And you also get access to a lot of additional benefits like the member live streams, additional posts on YouTube here. Also, as a gold member, you can access our Discord server where most of this stuff is happening. So feel free to check it out. I'll see you over there. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.